Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Wee Hauf. This is episode number 2. Since you all seem to like the first one so much, we thought we'd do another. This week we'll give you the rundown of the Weekend Geek. We'll talk about the best thing we watched this week. We'll talk about the oldest thing we watched this week.
Best rewatch, yeah.
Best rewatch, that's it, thank you. Tales of the Rewatcher. And we'll just have a wee bit of chat and see what's happening, and then we'll hit in with the quiz. This week, Quizmaster is Pedro, going up against me and Stefan. Stefan absolutely smashed it last week, so he's going again this week.
Spoiler alert, Jordan wins this week.
We'll see. Pedro, you want to kick us off then, big man?
I sure do. Just to give you a bit of a heads up, you might have a chance because the quiz questions are all on the Three Musketeers.
I bet I still choke under the trivia pressure.
They're also not. It's the trivia pressure. Well, let's do it then, guys. The best new thing that we've watched this week. What's the best thing I've watched this week for the first time? Funnily enough, I mentioned it last week, but I watched the series finale of the new series of Frasier.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant. And when we spoke about Frasier last week, we were talking about Nicholas Lyndhurst being in it and how it's a bit weird and stuff, and he's been very much just a presence in it, in the new seasons. This episode's very heavily based on him and his kind of family history and stuff. And it's a Christmas episode.
Most of a stall market.
Exactly, they used to sell hooky gear off the back of vans. It's basically he's estranged from his kids, or one of his daughters, and it's all into this. And Frasier does his usual kind of trying to meddle and trying to fix it, and it obviously all blows up. It's brilliant. It's a really, really good episode. It's very funny in places, very touching, and theme with the episode that we've recorded earlier on. It's quite emotional, lovely wee Christmas episode, loved it.
Excellent. So the season finale of Frasier will touch you in places?
Sure will.
Steph?
Best new thing I've watched. I've only watched the first episode, but I'm already hooked. It's Day of the Jackal.
Eddie
Redmayne.
Yeah.
I'd seen the trailers for it. I actually think it's been out for a wee while. I just somehow missed it.
It was only out for a few weeks.
Right,
is it?
It's fairly recent.
That's fine, but so I watched the first episode. I don't know who I'm supposed to root for, but I'm really intrigued about everything that's going on. It feels like hardly anything happens, but so much happens. I can't explain it. If you watch the episode, you'll get it. You'll understand what I mean.
Did you see the first episode?
First episode.
So it opens up in the guy's apartment, and he's standing in the mirror.
Yes.
Aye.
So that first one, and everything about
that shot, seeing through the revolving door.
Oh, it's incredible, man. There's just so much good stuff in this, and I'm really into the, for lack of a better word, the vibe of this show.
Nice.
Just the way it feels. It's just really, really cool, and I just want to spend more time in it, so I'm looking forward to watching the next episode.
Love that.
It was Cross. I've nearly finished season 1. I am a massive Alex Cross fan. It's based on the James Patterson books. It's a very dark, gritty serial killer cop show, and it's fucking amazing. I love the guy who's playing Alex Cross. He was in Black Adam.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I'm just really shit with names now, man.
He was a Hawkman, wasn't he?
Yes. He is amazing.
He's in Supernatural as well.
Yeah. It's such a good show. Highly recommend it. Nice.
Can't remember his name either, but he is good though. He's one of those guys that just somehow just always looks extremely physically intimidating. Doesn't he? Just with a look, a glance at the camera, and you think he would easily beat me up.
He's a really built dude. There's one of the first scenes where you see Cross in the show, he's interrogating a guy, and the guy, you can clearly tell he's a racist, but he walks into the interrogation room, he's like, my dick's bigger than yours. The guy's like, what do you mean? He's like, how does it feel that my dick is bigger than yours? He's just totally thrown off, man. He doesn't know what to do, and he's got at that point. And then
imagine Morgan Freeman's version saying that. Like, I really wish at this point I could do a good Morgan Freeman impression, a Morgan Freeman impression, but I really, really don't want to. You know what I mean? We'll lose all of our viewers immediately.
I don't think you get away with that.
I'll do it.
Thank you.
I was going to ask, is the whole season dropped then just at once, or is it week to week?
No, it's on Prime. So the full season came out, 8 episodes. If you look at it on IMDb, it shows 11, but it's only 8 because that's including the first 3 episodes of season 2, which has been confirmed already.
Excellent.
It's also an original story, so if you are a fan of the books, it's taken a couple of wee bits from a couple of books, but it is an original story with an original new villain.
Cool.
9 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
9
Wow.
out of
good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I enjoyed
Okay.
it. Love it.
Good stuff.
Love that.
So I watched Prey the other night.
Nice.
I love that movie. I think it's brilliant. And I was going to, first of all, I was thinking, I just wanted to comment on the fact I actually think that the Predator design in Prey, I think is my favourite of all of the Predator designs that we've had so far. There's something really, really cool about the look of him, like the front mask just being like, looking just like bone. I think it's really awesome. I really like that version of Predator because the whole thing is they'll just be like trophy hunters.
Yeah.
I love that this is one that, and it kind of lends itself to the entire story of how she ends up getting him at the end, is the fact that he just keeps like putting himself in really harmful situations because he really wants to test himself, like fighting the bear with his bare hands and stuff like that. I just thought it's really, really cool. But what I was going to say was I actually think Prey might be better than the first Predator movie for me.
Hot.
Wow.
take.
I know, just because I don't think you don't need the first one to inform anything about this one,
Yeah.
because it's almost like a new start, and I think I enjoy this one more than the original. And it's going to be purely come down to taste for people, and that will be a controversial thing to say that it's better than the first one. I'm saying it very non-committingly.
Well, when did you
Well, I
last
love
watch Predator?
Last time I watched Predator, I definitely watched it again. I want to say in the last few months. I watched it again. Because I didn't just watch Predator. I watched Predator, Predator 2, and Predators, and I will not watch the Predator because that's terrible. The Predators is actually not that bad.
No, Predator 2 was poor though. Like, a lot of people love it, I hated it.
Gary Busey was amazing in it.
For me, and I've had this argument with my pal Martin many times. I know.
That's the best thing I can say about it.
I've had this argument with Martin many times over the years about who would win in a fight between Rambo and Dutch, which we will save for another day. But the Predator, as soon as that version of Danny Glover's character wins in that film, it just nerfs the Predator for me.
Yeah.
Like going from something that was physically imposing enough to wipe out a full team of SEALs, and only Arnie had to go guerrilla tactics to do it, and it's Arnie and he's a superhero. But Prey's brilliant. I don't think it's as hot a take as perhaps maybe how I reacted initially.
Yeah. 2 years looked pretty disappointed that I even said it.
That's a pretty hot take.
But it's still really good. I think saying it's better than Predator is because the difficulty is that without Predator, you're saying you don't need it, but you do, because without Predator, the character doesn't exist. Do you know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
fair enough.
But you can watch them both in isolation. For me, Predator just has extra Arnie.
Aye.
It
Cool.
has
And
no
that's never a
It
bad
has
thing.
no Arnie at all,
Has
and
no
it's
Arnie.
Arnie.
You've not seen the after credit scene?
Oh shit, see pop up?
No.
Is that the 40 minutes of dead air?
Exactly. It's the one Liam tells us about.
Your best rewatch this week, Pedro?
I rewatched Deadpool and Wolverine.
Well,
It's only the second time I've watched it since it came out, but I absolutely loved it. I think I said at the time when you guys and I were just chatting about it in general, for me it's between that and Guardians for the best MCU trilogy. And upon rewatch, it's every bit as fantastic.
Yeah,
It's so
it's
funny, man.
We went to see that together.
No, I saw that with Stacey.
I don't even feel I can't remember the last time we went and saw something together over the years.
I went with Liam and Sean
He's cheating on us.
because it
he's
came out
other
on my
pals.
birthday and they brought it up
right.
for my birthday.
That's right.
So me and Liam watched it the other night when it came on Disney Plus as well. She hadn't seen it yet.
Nice.
That's
Enjoyed
so
it.
good,
I
man.
was fucking still loved it. I
So
thought it was still as
funny,
good.
man.
Fantastic.
Pictures.
Did you notice there was like a weird time there where people online, and I don't know if it was just people trying to be contrarians, talking about how it actually wasn't very good and it had all these problems with it. I was
Salted
getting
caramel came out and this guy said he didn't like it.
I was getting so wound up because it's just objectively great and fun, like throughout.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Nah.
But just people just determined. I don't know
mean-
if it was just trying to get likes or something like that, but it was
that's a
views.
Clickbait.
We've
Yeah,
said
like,
since the start
rage
on
bait.
this pod that we're not going to be negative for the sake of negative. We're not going to try and get views by intentional hot takes, right?
Unless you're Captain America.
Well, of course. But you're doing that because of a sheer visceral hatred for him, not because you just want to kind of get people to listen to you about it. But the one complaint, not complaint, but I still don't think he quite stuck the landing of just when Wade's doing the whole thing at the start. I'm in a room with all the people I love, except all the people from the previous movie. Like Cable's not there, Domino's gone, who was a phenomenal character. I love Domino.
Yeah.
Julian's not. Is Julian in the film? Is it Julian?
Yeah.
There is a Julian in another film. Is Julian?
Pretty sure.
Fire Fist. And he's not in the film. Nobody's there, and so it just kind of didn't quite land for me. But on the whole, it's an absolutely brilliant movie. Brilliant way to say bye to the Fox movies. Fantastic. Loved it.
Class. My best rewatch this week was Mission Impossible 1.
Classic.
I am not a Tom Cruise fan. I am not a big fan of the Mission Impossible films, but you and the Podfather were talking about them last week. The biggest thing that pisses me off with them is you can't keep calling them Mission Impossible at this point. It's Mission Fairly Possible.
Aye.
Tom Cruise will do something.
It's Mission Tom Cruise will get there.
Stupid fucking stunt to scare people. But I'm going to give him another go, and I'm starting at the start. The first one's still amazing. John Voight was class in it.
He was. Second mention, right?
Aye.
Yep.
Top Voight.
I feel like you can skip the second one.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to do it. Douglas Scott's one of my favourite actors. Don't you dare.
Fair enough.
Skip the
Fair
second one.
enough.
Oh, that we need to have a conversation about him sometime because I can't stand him.
He was.
Oh, thank God.
Terrible.
Oh man, that was nearly a hot take.
He's
Did
terrible.
you never see him in Hitman with when it was Timothy Olyphant?
Timothy Olyphant, of course. I've seen that Hitman.
Just
Love Timothy Olyphant.
He done a thing last year, Douglas Scott, and it was the gangster family in Ibiza or wherever, Mallorca, wherever they go, and he's like the crazy uncle, and he's just so appallingly bad in it from start to finish.
Terrible in everything.
It's literally
It makes you a bit
infuriating. I know.
Remember 5 minutes ago we said we weren't going to try and be negative?
No, not intentionally negative.
No.
I mean, and plus Douglas Scott's Scottish, we're allowed to slag him.
And this is
He's
facts.
ours.
Fair enough.
This is straight facts.
There's no interpretation.
There's no allegedly required here.
The scary thing is, if there was anyone in Hollywood that this would potentially ever might reach, he would probably be relatively low-hanging fruit in comparison. I mean, we started out saying it was probably Jack Nicholson. There's more chance Douglas watching this and now got a hit out on us. You know what I mean? But aye, he's atrocious. But aye, so that was your best read. Mission Impossible's brilliant.
Great
Number
film.
2 is watchable, but then for me they just get better.
Three
He's
is
brilliant.
really,
Philip Seymour Hoffman,
he's amazing in it.
amazing.
He's probably one of the best villains that I've seen in any film.
He's so good,
in a
man.
while. It's just the calmness that he's always
Aye.
got. That's what makes him scary.
For me, had he obviously not sadly passed away, like he was on his way to being one of the best actors
He's
of all
amazing in
time.
Red Dragon as well.
Aye.
Great in Red Dragon.
Capote, that he got his Oscar for, amazing. Even when he was young, he turned up in Scent of a Woman, like as just a bit part, and he was brilliant in it. Like he's a phenomenal actor, and I think he was absolutely born to play a Bond villain, but it obviously never got there.
Closest
You know?
thing.
Yeah, so good. Aye, Mission Impossible. I'm looking forward. I'll be interested to hear if that makes your week every week. If that's the best new thing you've watched or the best thing you've rewatched because you've seen them all.
Do not hold your breath.
No, I know, but I don't know.
But we'll see. We'll see.
3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 are all good.
Well, some of them might be the best thing that I watched, not rewatched. I've not seen them all.
Of course.
Because they weren't impossible missions.
Nah, Mission Improbable.
That's just false advertisement straight away.
Love it.
Mine's isn't exciting. His son has disappointed me.
Okay.
So out of the three, I'm probably the biggest Dune fan.
Yeah.
Fucking love those films. Love the books. So one of the spin-off TV shows, Dune Prophecy, just came out, and it is getting appalling reviews.
Yes.
So
Slated.
this is based on the James Herbert's books, which are not as good quality, but I still had high hopes for the TV show, and it's getting absolutely panned.
Chatting cast and stuff.
Great cast. I'm still going to give it a bash. Like I said, I'm watching Crossing now. Penguin's next on the list, so it will make it onto the list. But I am going in with very, very low expectations, which might do me a favour because it might turn out to be better than I expect.
Yeah.
But
possibly.
it's something that I've
It is
heard that I'm not
concerning.
really- Aye.
And it's not like it's just
Such a
like one
big
or two,
budget as well, and
just
it's
a
coming
lot
off the
people
back
saying.
of two massive films
Yeah.
with outstanding casts,
Yeah.
and it's bombing. So
Aye, it's always disappointing when you're excited about something and it just doesn't land, isn't it? You know. For me, the biggest thing that piqued my interest this week, and it's quite frivolous, I suppose, for want of a better phrase. The trailer came out for the live action How to Train Your Dragon.
I've seen little snippets of that. I've not seen the whole thing.
God, did you like How to Train Your Dragon?
Yeah, I love it.
So for me, it's one of the best animated movies ever made, right? And they've done this as a shot-for-shot remake of the trailer, and it looks phenomenal. And seeing the whole kind of recent trend of Disney remaking all their live-action movies and not doing it particularly well, I think this looks like it's going to be really good. And funnily enough, Gerard Butler is in the trailer. He's playing Stoic, the main acting guy. And the really funny thing is, I was so convinced when he walks in with a beard and stuff like that, I thought it was Ray Stevenson, from Ahsoka and Thor and everything. And obviously passed away, and I thought, they must have filmed this before. My God, he looks like him now with a big beard and everything like that. So I watched the trailer and tell me you don't think it looks like him. It's mental, but I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to be good.
Nice one. Mine wasn't really a bit of geeky news. It was just something that I discovered this week just because someone reported on it. So either you, I don't think you'll care about this because it's about football.
Massive football fan. Toshel Kendall's my hero.
That's a great show. No, so the unofficial Football World Championship, are you aware of this at all?
No.
Okay, so this was based on the idea, so it's just been developed from banter. So when England won the World Cup in 1966, Scotland beat them in a game shortly after, and Scotland dubbed themselves the unofficial world champions. And it was just a bit of a laugh, right? So some people came up with the idea, what if the World Championship was defended like a boxing title? Every time like a team that was the world champion played, it was on the line, and they traced it all the way back to the very first FIFA sanctioned game, and they've just followed it all the way through, and it's had some like mental champions and things like really low right, and it basically just because European teams tend to have friendlies against each other and get drawn against each other and like qualifying games and stuff, it usually finds itself like stuck in certain continents, and then it just makes it across. So spent a lot of time in Europe, then it made it to end up in South America because Argentina beat Spain in a friendly at one point. And it just kind of like goes around.
So who would be
Uruguay have had it a bunch of times.
Oh, they won the World Cup the first couple of times.
And it was very often, there's been a few times where the unofficial world champions has ended up in a major tournament, and then the people who win the World Cup or the Euros end up also having that. And it's just quite funny when you watch how it's traced, because it's changed hands so many times, because sometimes it gets like the unofficial world football world champions will put out like a reserve side to play friendly they don't care about, and then they'll lose it to like a team that's like really low ranked. So I think this would be like so hard for you to call. So it's currently held by a team that won it. I think it was in the an African Cup of Nations qualifier.
Wow.
Okay. Does anybody want to harbour a guess as who it might be?
Nope.
Egypt.
No. Oh no. What's the name of the?
Ivory Coast.
No. There's one player. If I say the player, oh god, he won the Premier League with Leicester. Mahrez.
Morocco. No, not Algeria. Sorry, Algeria.
Algeria are currently the unofficial football world champions.
That's brilliant.
They won it by beating Liberia 5-1
So Liberia
were the champions.
Do you know
it will next be defended versus Botswana on the 17th of March. And I went through it down like a rabbit hole during my lunch break today at work. Just
I'm about to follow you right now.
Who's Botswana playing in March?
So Algeria will defend the unofficial world championship against Botswana in a qualifier on the 17th of March.
So join us on the 17th of March for our first live episode when we watch Botswana game.
The interesting thing about Liberia that you mentioned there is that George Weah, the former Ballon d'Or winner and AC Milan striker and stuff, who's a wonderful, wonderful player. His son played for Celtic for a wee while, Timo. He was the president of Liberia for, I don't know if he still is, but he ended up retiring from football and becoming the president, which I just think is absolutely brilliant.
That's awesome.
So cool, man. This week in Geek then, guys, shall we move forward swiftly, because we still got a quiz to do to see if you guys can do any damage in that.
Let's go.
This week in Geek, Stefan, I'm astonished that you must not have seen this, otherwise this would have been your most exciting piece of news this week.
Okay.
Last week we talked about the fact that Dogma's rights had been released,
and
Kevin Smith finally had them back. This week he's announced he's doing a sequel.
I had not heard this
A
at all.
Dogma
A Dogma sequel.
There is also a Steelbook DVD being released.
Yes.
Very, very soon as well for Dogma 1.
Dogma
Oh, that's amazing.
we said it last time, if they did I now think it's almost inevitable that what he'll probably do is a tour with the premiere, watching the old one and then premiering the second, and wherever that happens we're doing that, man. We need to do
absolutely.
that. Live watch alongs.
Oh, that's incredible.
All over that.
I was buzzing just at the idea that he was going to be walking around, getting interviewed, telling stories all the time, because that guy's so good to watch.
So
just
funny,
talking,
He's a storyteller.
just give him a microphone and an audience. It's brilliant.
Like us.
Aye.
Give us a microphone and a microscopic audience.
We will say words.
we will.
Mouth.
Bit of good news. Bit of good news for your good self, Jordan, that I know you're already aware of, because you're already going.
Yes.
Wicked is out.
Buzzing. I cannot wait. Advanced previews are tonight, and we have tickets for opening day tomorrow night.
It's going to be so good, man.
Can't wait.
Any reviews available yet? Or
I don't know. I'm trying
Empire.
to wait for my own review.
fair enough.
I'll not share then. I'll not share.
Cool.
Unless they said it
Don't
was
influence.
good. If they say it's shit,
I've read Empire. I've read. So with reviews, what I tend to do is I don't read the whole thing in case anybody's gone a bit spoiler. I'll read the stars and I'll read the summary that they usually do at the end. Empire. I'm sure Den a Geek have done one. Total Film I saw through Twitter or through Facebook or something the other day. I've read 3 or 4. Every one of them's 4 stars and above.
boom.
Good.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
I think it's going to be phenomenal.
Happy for
And I
you.
think if ever, you know this thing that they keep doing with films where they split films into 2 or 3 films. Like
Yeah.
The Hobbit was the
Yeah,
worst
yeah,
example,
yeah.
right? Harry Potter, they split the final one into 2 films. This, because it's a total retelling of a stage musical, I think it's perfectly set up to be split into 2 movies.
No
And
more
I
than
think-
2, it doesn't need any more than
No,
2.
definitely
Right.
not. We're stretching it too thin, but
Yeah.
I think the ending of that first movie, you know what it's going to be.
Yeah,
If you've
yeah.
seen the musical, you know
Yeah.
what it's going to be. And I just cannot wait just to watch that. As much as Cynthia Erivo's made a bit of a dick of herself over the last little while with the poster and stuff like that,
Yeah.
my God, the woman can sing.
Oh, aye, yeah.
So it's
Not
going to be
I'm
good.
sure
man.
you'll
I
love
think it's going to be very
I'm
popular.
sure you'll love it. Mate, you're coming to see it, Liz.
It's going to be popular.
Aye, I can. Well played, well played.
I had to say that twice, you fucking ignored me the first time.
Apologies, mate, but it's because you're not popular. Apparently, James Gunn has announced or flirted with the idea that there's going to be a new Superman trailer before the end of the year.
I
Oh,
really
nice
hope
one.
that's true, because
Me too.
Yeah.
that would be an early Christmas present.
That would
I'm-
be good.
Weirdly getting more excited about it. And I think the reason being is because we haven't had just an out-and-out Superman movie since Man of Steel.
Yeah.
And Man of Steel was, for me, probably the best in the DCEU.
Yeah, I
Right up there.
loved that. I thought Man of Steel was great. I know people didn't like that it was a dark, gritty
the
take.
colour
Was it?
wash.
Yeah, I actually thought it was really great. I thought it was brilliant.
I really enjoyed it. I thought all the criticism about Superman doesn't kill and all that stuff was just internet nonsense.
Yeah.
I think it was a really, really good Superman movie in its own right, and it needed to go in a bit of a different direction because what happened with Superman Returns.
Yeah.
So I'm getting more. You know my feelings on DC, but I'm getting more and more excited about
So
this.
the worst thing about Man of Steel was,
Mm.
do you know, is like when they imprisoned Zod and stuff at the start of it,
Mhm.
and they flew away in big willies.
That's right.
That's fucking atrocious.
Aye,
man.
that is good.
Who's seen that and thought, yep, signed
Aye,
off on
that is the design.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Last couple of bits. Exciting news for your good self as well, Jordan. You pointed this one out.
Scream 7,
Scream 7.
it's happening.
Yes. And we were in the intermission where we were doing some bits and pieces. We discovered that the person that's going to be in it is Isabel May.
Yeah.
Who?
Yellowstone
Yes,
and Young Sheldon.
exactly. Yellowstone, guys, you need to watch. It's phenomenal. And then the guy that's done it, Taylor Sheridan, that he's creating this whole universe. He's done Tulsa King. He's done this new one, Landman.
Shite superhero.
Exactly. It's also it's like Captain Planet's sidekick. He's also done the Mayor of Kingstown one with Jeremy
That's
Renner.
amazing.
So that these are
Based on
all
Happy
him.
Valley.
Exactly. And so these are all him. Oh no, that was Mayor of Easttown with
Oh, is that
Kate
what you
Winslet.
said?
Not
What did you
Mayor
say?
of Kingstown.
Oh, right.
I might have said Mayor of Easttown though.
You said
Uh,
Mary Kingstown, you just
alright.
misheard you.
Cool. You leave him alone tonight.
Hell, man.
Sake, man.
No,
That's
it's
how
not
you
like-
normally feel.
It's going to be really funny when... I was going to say, it's going to be really funny when we watch this back and you actually did say Easttown.
Aye. Well, the whole Taylor Sheridan universe is building, and it's all a shared universe and stuff. Yellowstone is the pinnacle of it. That's his kind of pièce de résistance, for a phrase that you probably are quite familiar with. and it's phenomenal. But then he did this prequel to it, which is 1883, and it was about his. And I'll see it. It's fine. I'm comfortable with it. I know, me too.
We didn't do this for
They
you.
can't see what I'm doing.
I can. I can feel your legs shaking. But they did the 1883 one, and Isabel May plays the main character in this. And prior to that, I'd only seen her in Young Sheldon, and in this, she's phenomenal. Like absolutely reminiscent, I suppose. Of I was speaking before about Ozark and the girl that's now the Silver Surfer,
The wee girl with colour hair.
Julia Garner. Just phenomenal acting from start to finish. The wee girl with colour hair.
Holy long walk for a short drink of water, Batman.
I know it was. I apologise.
Fucking ruined the
I
hussies.
know. I took a drink out of Stefan's
Scream
glass.
7, right?
Scream 7. Isabel May. She's
Yellowstone,
phenomenal.
here we go.
Yes, we'll edit some of that out.
No, don't.
We need to for the runtime. And in the last piece, Denzel Washington has confirmed that Equalizer 4 and 5 are happening.
That's just
I
crazy,
haven't
man.
watched Equalizer 3.
No, I don't think I've watched the third one yet. The first two were
one's
good.
that the Italian mafia goes after.
Possibly.
I've seen
I
1
don't
and
know.
2.
1 and 2 were great.
Well, it was really good film. One
One was brilliant. 2 was good.
I think I'm alright for 3, 4, and 5.
I feel like he's making a bit of a kind of, I was going to say comeback, he's never been away,
It's
but
a very Liam Neeson move.
aye. But then he's just done Gladiator, and apparently he's the best thing in that, and
Some of it's just like a really easy paycheck.
Oh, it's got to be.
I would assume so.
Stunt doubles all over the place.
Yeah.
Love that.
Must
Well,
still make good money.
I'm not going to ramble on about this one because I feel like I rambled on enough about Scream 7 and Yellowstone. But you are excited about Scream 7
I am
then?
very excited, yes. I'm happy it's on the cards.
Happy days. So that was This Weekend Geek. The quiz, gents. Let's rattle through this. What have we
Let's
got?
get
We've
quizzical.
got time.
All 3 Musketeers questions.
I wanna get quizzical.
Sadly, it's not.
No,
It's just the intro.
Okay.
Don't copy me, I'll kill you.
Alright, cool.
Kill you to death.
Who played the Cat in the Hat in the 2003 children's movie of the same name?
You taking points off for spelling? 'Cause I'm dyslexic.
No.
Thanks.
That's all. This is why I shouldn't be the quizmaster. So question 1 then, who played that?
Jim Carrey.
Mike Myers.
Oh, was Mike Myers?
Oh no, brain fart. Stefan takes the lead.
I went
Can we stop the quiz now?
I went with a Grinch.
Aye.
What is wrong with me?
To be fair, there's an understandable link there.
It's Dr. Seuss.
It
It's
is.
a trivia pressure.
It's the Grinch, man. The Grinch is
Question 2, which actress plays Storm in the X-Men franchise, the original Storm? Answers on a postcard.
Halle
Halle
Berry.
Berry.
Correct, well done. Judy Garland starred in which 1944 musical? What do we have?
I really hope this is right.
Does it sound the music?
I wrote The Wizard of Oz.
Wow. Correct.
Thank fuck for that, man.
Sound the
know.
music.
Some funky Nazis
I
in that film.
nearly wrote The House of Ice.
You really don't watch musicals?
That's the same people that made that. That made the Blair Hill Project. What's next? In 1994, Winona Ryder played Jo March in which movie?
Oh.
I'll throw out a clue if anybody wants one.
Hang on. I'd be fine with a clue.
Aye, go for it.
Recently remade,
Oh, fuck. No idea.
and the remake starred Florence Pugh. That's the last of the queue.
I don't think
Florence
it's right,
Clue.
but I'm just going to go for it.
You struggling?
Somebody's baby.
It's not.
Nah,
Was it Little Women?
It was Little Women.
Oh,
Well done, Steve.
never heard of them.
Which American movie star has appeared in all of these films? Cliffhanger, Escape Plan, and Driven.
Can you say that question again?
Which American movie star has starred in all 3 of these films? Cliffhanger, Escape Plan, and Driven. 3, 2, 1.
Stallone.
Is it Stallone?
It's Stallone, well done. In which 2002 movie did Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks, Christopher Walken, and Martin Sheen all appear in? Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks, Christopher Walken, and Martin Sheen. It's a phenomenal movie,
I can't remember. Oh,
and I know you both like it. Oh, I know you like it. Pretty sure you like it.
My mind went blank.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, it's Catch Me If You Can.
catch me
Well
if you
done. Well done, gents. Who am I? I'm female, born in 1990 in Paris. and I starred in the Harry Potter franchise and The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Fuck off, man. I can't remember the lassie's name. That's an unfair advantage. She's French.
Ah, but you're a Harry Potter fan.
She's not.
Blonde hair.
She's not. She was born in Paris. By that logic, you're Tahitian.
I'm born to eat.
And I can't remember her name.
Stefan?
Is it not just Emma Watson?
That's Emma Watson.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that, man.
Aye, well done. Second last question. Which female comedian starred in the 2012 film Pitch Perfect?
Can you ask that question again, sorry?
Which female comedian, it's the Australian one we're looking for, which female comedian starred in the 2012 film Pitch Perfect?
Second time she's been mentioned tonight.
By the way,
It
see
is.
if you hadn't mentioned it earlier on, I wouldn't have remembered her fucking name.
Rebel
There you
Wilson.
go.
Rebel
Correct. Well done.
Mario.
Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy starred together in which 2013 comedy movie?
Fucking great film.
Yep. The
3,
Heat.
2, 1.
The Heat.
Well done.
The Heat.
The Heat.
And last one, in Batman and Robin, which actress played Poison Ivy?
Is that the first one we did nipples on the suit?
Yeah.
With my third one.
Emma Thurman.
Well done, guys. What were our scores?
7.
Ah, man.
Nine.
Stefan bounced back.
Thanks very much.
Yep. Me
GG.
versus you next week, sweetheart.
Aye.
Yep. Cool.
For the actual Three Musketeers quiz.
So listen, guys, thank you very much. Enjoyed that, the Wee Hauf.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you for
as
joining us
did
for
I.
episode 2. Podmother is enjoying a Wee Hauf as we speak.
Cheers. Sadly, that most of us are driving.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about it, but it's dry week.
Some of us are doing driving lessons. So.
Yes. US.
So thanks for coming back, guys. We hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.